Court documents detail the heartbreaking final moments of that smiling little boy. And I want y'all to take a moment, everybody take a moment, and look at that picture that's on my screen right there. I was fortunate enough to go through a couple of news websites and be able to find some of these extra pictures. That little boy's name is Josiah Lamar Guyton, which is spelled G-U-Y-T-O-N, Josiah. He's 8 months old. And his death on March 4th in Grand Rapids was ruled a homicide. If you are here, then I'm sure a lot of you guys are not surprised to hear this. This individual that y'all see on my screen with the neck tattoos, who looks like a reject from the Ninja Turtles movie for Master Splinter, funny looking motherfucker. This nigga right here on my screen, right? All jokes aside, I poke jokes at criminals because I don't like criminals. This dude's name is Jermaine Abron, A-B-R-O-N. He is 25 years old. Put that in the proper perspective. When I was 24 years old, I was a father to my daughter. And shout out to my daughter, by the way. Okay? So he was a year older than me when I had my daughter. So there's absolute, like, I know the mindset. And I was prepared to be a father, all right, at that age. But that's the dude right there. And that is mom's boyfriend. Now, for the mom, this lady right here, her name is Josiah Guyton, G-U-Y-T-O-N. She's also 25 years old. But the boyfriend is in Kent County Jail facing charges of open murder and first-degree child abuse. The dude, the boyfriend, Abram, actually gave a full confession, and he admitted to grabbing the 8-month-old baby Josiah that you see on my screen right there. He grabbed that little boy out of his crib by his legs forcibly, hitting Josiah against objects in the room, such as tables and dressers. Child Protective Services worker wrote in a document filed in the Family Division of Kent County Circuit Court. So that's not my words. That's coming from Child Protective Services. I know a lot of people get mad about my words and they tell me what I'm saying is wrong, it's incorrect, it's not factual, but they will not challenge what's coming from the courts. Okay? Child Protective Services, or CPS, submitted a petition Wednesday, March the 11th, to formalize the removal of Josiah's 2-year-old brother, Jaden, from the care of the boy's mother, Josiah Guyton, and Abram, that dude, who are both 25 years old. The mother, Josiah Guyton, is also currently 3 months pregnant with a child from the man who murdered this kid. But he is not the father of this kid. He is the father of the 2-year-old boy, but he's not the father of Josiah. I know that's a lot to grasp. Let me say it slower. The man who killed that boy, who he's not the father of, that little boy is 8 months old, but the man who she's having sex with, Jermaine Abron, is the father of a 2-year-old baby that she has by him, but she's currently also 3 months pregnant. So let's look at the timeline. She has a 2-year-old, 24 months old. She has a 8-month-old, and she's currently pregnant. But the man she's pregnant by, before and after that baby, he's not the father of that baby. The young mom cried out throughout a court family hearing on Wednesday morning. Deputies transported Jermaine Abron, the 25-year-old boyfriend, from jail to the courthouse in downtown Grand Rapids to attend the hearing. In addition to authorizing Jaden's placement in foster care, the 2-year-old, the petition seeks to terminate the mother, Guyton, and Abram's parental rights to the toddler. So even if he gets out of jail, or even if the mom gets her shit together, they are getting them to sign their rights away to the kid. Though Abram confessed allegedly to police after Josiah's death, The court documents show he initially told Guyton that he dropped the baby, as opposed to flinging him around and hitting him against objects like tables and dressers, like it's WWE or some shit. This weird looking ass dude right here. Goofy looking ass nigga. Come on, ladies. The world is not that short supply of men. I'm sorry, it's just not. When the mother arrived home from the store at approximately 8 p.m., she noted that Jermaine Abron, the boyfriend, was coming out of the bedroom where the 8-month-old Josiah was sleeping. A CPS caseworker wrote in a petition to terminate parental rights. The mother told police that she found baby Josiah lying on his stomach making a gasping noise, as if he'd been crying. The mother inquired about the noise Josiah was making. The petition reads, Jermaine, the boyfriend, admitted to the mother that he had, quote unquote, dropped Josiah and Josiah had been crying. Now, the mom did not remove Josiah from the crib to check on him or assess why he was making the gasping noises. The CPS caseworker noted that the boyfriend and the mom admitted to smoking weed while they were the sole caretakers of 8-month-old Josiah. There was no sober caretaker present in the home to care for Josiah, the worker wrote. After smoking weed with the mom and the boyfriend left the home abruptly. He dipped. The mother went to go check on Josiah, and he was face down in the crib, unresponsive and not breathing around 8:30 p.m. It was discovered at this time by the mother that Josiah had bruising on his forehead and an abrasion on his nose. That's when the mom finally called 911. Children's Hospital, but the baby's heart stopped and he was pronounced dead at 8:53 p.m., which was, and keep in mind, she found him unresponsive at 8:30 p.m. So imagine if she would have responded earlier, maybe they might have been able to save him. But depending on how badly the boyfriend slammed this kid like he was at WrestleMania or something, he might not have survived anyway. Her son just died this month. The day that he died, the same day that he died, she just got done smoking weed. So what does that mean? That means that the baby that she has right now is currently ingesting the THC in which this bitch is smoking right now. As is procedure when a baby shows signs of maternal marijuana used at birth, the state substantiated the mother for physical abuse of Guyton because of that. CPS also cited the mother in 2019 for improper supervision following an incident of domestic violence between the mom and another man, Josiah's father. The state, having an open case on the mother after 2019 substantiation, noted concerns that the young mother was not, I repeat, was not following safe sleep protocol for Josiah, despite being educated on the practice on multiple occasions. Meaning, the way that she was letting this baby sleep could have killed him in itself. Okay. According to the petition, the state provided multiple educational services to Guyton and Josiah's parents, meaning the biological father apparently was involved at some point, and then the other biological father. This is so hard to keep up with. I'm sorry. 2 biological fathers. Those services included at least 4 programs. Number 1, early on. Number 2, maternal infant health. Number 3, strong beginnings. And number 4, family life skills. The document reports that CPS conducted 4, count them, 4 investigations related to children's welfare in 2018 and 3 in 2019. Neither the mother nor the boyfriend, in this case who killed this kid, has a significant criminal history, but in 2015, the mother was convicted of a misdemeanor malicious destruction of property, which is a fucking crime. She has not been charged in connection with her baby's homicide. And I will say this for myself. She hasn't been charged as of yet, because I think that the mom should be charged at least for neglect. What do you guys think? Because I think that because the mom knew that something was wrong with this baby, knew that something was wrong with her other baby, and this bitch continues to keep neglecting kids, and you have it on record that she's neglecting kids, and her neglect cost this baby his life. Why would she not be charged? Am I just dumb? If I were a box of crayons, maybe I wouldn't be the brightest one in the box, but damn. What does it take to get this mother charged for at least neglect? Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
A man accused of murdering his girlfriend's 8-month-old baby was in court today for a hearing.
News 8's Dana White is live in studio control with how this case is developing. Dana.
Brian and Sue, 25-year-old Jermaine Abron is being charged with felony murder and first-degree child abuse for the death of 8-month-old Josiah Guyton. Both of these charges have maximum sentences of life in prison. The Kent County Medical Examiner ruled the baby's death a homicide by blunt force trauma to the head. Guyton was rushed to Helen DeVos Children's Hospital on Wednesday after being found unresponsive at a home in the 900 block of Front Avenue. Officials say he died at the hospital. Abron's attorney did request bond in court today, saying that he has a full-time job and supports his own children. But the judge denied it, citing safety concerns and the fact that Abron could potentially be a flight risk.
This is a felony offense. It is punishable by the maximum amount of life in prison without parole. It also requires that DNA be taken upon arrest. The second charge here alleges child abuse of the first degree, where it is alleged that you did knowingly or intentionally cause serious physical harm to a child in violation of Michigan law.
Abron is scheduled to appear in court again next week, and be sure to stay with Wood TV. We'll update you both on air and online as soon as we learn more. Live in studio control, Dana White, News 8.
So there are some things that I have to point out for you guys, okay? Because some people are familiar with GoFundMe, some people are not. For those who are not real familiar with GoFundMe, Justice for Josiah is the title. This is how you find the GoFundMe. Okay. Didn't we hear a similar story yesterday? Yes, you did. It is eerie. It's what they call eerie similar. It's like shockingly similar. Yes, but this is a completely different story. Yep. Now, they are asking on this campaign for $5,000, which you guys can see where I've highlighted here, right? Everybody can see this? $5,000. As of this moment, this person has collected $1,395. Notice all of these people on here who have donated, most of them do not have any pictures. They have made themselves anonymous. And those are who I like to call the benevolent white people of GoFundMe, who continue to keep donating to these nigga GoFundMes. As you guys can see right here, maybe I need to make this bigger. That's the mom who put her child in this position. This is the same mother who knew that something was wrong with her kid, and she decided to go smoke weed instead of checking on her kid, and smoked so much weed and sat there for so long that by the time that she contacted the doctors and they rushed this kid to the hospital, he died within half an hour of her getting him to the hospital. He was in the process of dying, and she wanted to get high with her man. And guess what? She was getting paid babies for benefits before Josiah died, and now she's trying to get paid after he's dead. I'm not going to tell you guys to flag this GoFundMe, but what I'm telling you is that it's fucking bullshit. needs to come up with some money for the funeral to lay Josiah at peace. She is taking anything that will help, whether it's $1 or $5. Hashtag justice for Josiah. I want y'all to keep in mind how many times this mother was reported by CPS for being a negligent mother. And her 2-year-old child, when he was born, they found THC in his system. Throughout the course of her having that kid plus this one, she had a number of incidents that involved CPS. I don't want to have to go back and reread all of that. Y'all can rewind it and you can go back and listen to it. Not only that, she was in the process of, while this baby was in his crib, breathing his last breaths and dying, she was smoking weed with her boyfriend, who was the one that murdered this kid, and getting her unborn 3-month-old, not 3-month-old, but she's 3 months pregnant. She was getting that baby high inside of her polluted womb. It's a narrative that's been going on pretty much since we've started the AFC and since we've been advocating for the babies on this channel, even dating all the way back to the young baby Anaya Day Garrett, who was murdered by her mother, Sierra Day, and boyfriend, Deontay Lewis. Michael Garrett is the biological father. I always revert to that case, or refer to that case, not revert, but refer to that case, because that was one of the most heinous cases I saw of a boyfriend and mom murdering a kid. I consider this to be a combo on this kid. Keep in mind that this mother also got into a fight with the biological father in 2019 over this same kid. Now, doesn't that sound like a hell of a motive to let your kid be murdered by your boyfriend? How the mother gets away from this scot-free is beyond me. And she has the nerve, the unmitigated gall, like Stephen A. Smith says, to put up a GoFundMe, and people are dumb enough, stupid enough to go donate to it. My baby suffered a tragedy. Yes, having you as a mom. Yes, you being addicted so much to marijuana that you couldn't be a responsible mother to just not smoke while being pregnant. She does not deserve ovaries. The boyfriend is going to do life in prison, and this bitch is going to continue to stay out of jail and keep producing kids. That makes absolutely no sense at all. She's going to fuck up her next kid, ruin somebody else's life, put another man on child support, and the story is going to continue. This horrible cycle is going to continue to go on until somebody steps up and says, we're tired of it and we want to make a difference. The biggest way to make a difference is not to live this reality, not to put your kids through this. And if you see something, make sure you say something. That's the way that we make a difference. Okay? To this little baby boy, there's absolutely nothing that he did wrong. He had a horrible mother and an even worse thug stepfather. And what the hell his biological father was doing, I don't know. Because apparently he don't have enough guts to step up and speak out and give his part of the story. So until then, we're going to wish this young soul an RIP. Josiah Guyton, only 8 months old, and he was getting beat up his entire life. That's one of the main culprits right there. Mr. Ratface. Funny looking ass. All right. This is your boy DJ Just J. We're the AFC, where we advocate for children first. From my heart to yours, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. That's the end of the stream. Peace.